Hello everyone, and this is Jackie Lee. Today I'll be doing something a little bit different for my movie reviews, as usually I always record my face, so today I'm not feeling well because I got the cold and I've been sneezing a lot, so I'm not gonna use my webcam, gonna record my face, so I'm going to do something a little bit different this time. I'm going to do this voiceover style instead, and at the same time I wanted to do this style quite long, so give it a bit of a different style of my videos. So this will be all of the videos you'll see here are from the trailers that I got from YouTube. So there will be a lot of repetition of scene to scene, so I'm gonna do a voiceover, so this will be a bit different, so if you can bear with me. So let's get on with the movie review of King Arthur Legend of the Sword. King Arthur Legend of the Sword is directed by Guy Ritchie, who also gave you Man from U.N.C.L.E. and both Sherlock Holmes. So this movie, King Arthur, is a retail fantasy or mystical or a legendary story of King Arthur, how he put out the sword from the stone in order to become the King of England, to rule England. And this particular storytelling by Guy Ritchie is a bit more fantasy taking, and there's a lot of magical moments, but still, because of the legendary story of a King Arthur, we still are not sure whether is it still a myth or a legend or is it a true story. But in the eyes of Guy Ritchie, is a bit more mystical than you think. If you have watched the trailer, to be honest, I've never watched the trailer at all, so you enter this film without any expectation at all. But rather than I know how does Guy Ritchie direct his film. His previous film, I do like his Sherlock Holmes, but I did not really like Sherlock Holmes 2, and his earlier film, The Man of U.N.C.L.E., I partially enjoyed the film, but I didn't really love. I only liked the film. So now his latest film, King Arthur, to be honest, it was a big disappointment for me. So let me break it down to you why I didn't really like this movie. So first of all, I'm gonna tell you the good stuff first. The good stuff is that actually, I really did enjoy the movie by its story. To be honest, the story was actually really good. Into my surprise basis, there are so many moments that I did enjoy with the film. There are some of the clever and cool and creative moments that I did not expect from the writing from Guy Ritchie. And then certainly there are certain moments that caught me by surprise, because to be honest, I like mystical stuff like dragons and whatsoever. But the storytelling and some of the aspect of the film, it does give you some sort of like Lord of the Rings vibe, because there's a gigantic elephant with people on top, but it's during the medieval time, so it's a bit off, but I kind of get past it. And then there's a lot of big creatures like big snakes, big eagles or falcons or whatsoever, so it does give you the Lord of the Ring kind of vibe. And the second thought is that, to be honest, for a medieval time and then consider a dark movie, I think that the movie is quite colorful to be in a dark tone kind of movie. So let's get on to the bad stuff of the film. The CGI, oh my goodness. It's not really that bad, to be honest. The CGI was fairly well done in the first half of the film, because it felt real because of the scenery, and then there's so many moments of the film that the CGI was done pretty well. But on the second half, where the climax is started, the CGI wasn't done well, to the point that the CGI wasn't done really good, to the point that there's one time where King Arthur, he unleashed the power of the sword, and when he starts slashing people, you can totally tell that is fully CGI. That is not even the real actor, it's fully CGI. I can totally tell that is CGI at all. Secondly, the pacing is way too draggy in the middle, to the point it gets you out of the field. Then, to be honest, I really do not like the dialogue that Guy Ritchie has written for this film. The dialogue or the words or even the script, it doesn't feel medieval time or very ancient. It felt very modern, because there's some of the words that they use within the script. It doesn't feel olden times. Not like it doesn't give you the vibe that is very old. I want to talk about the actors. The casting is really bad, to be honest. The guy who's playing as King Arthur, Charlie Hunnam, the way he delivers his script is very monotone, as in like it's all plain and flat. There's no peak, there's no pitch, to the point I don't even buy that he is even acting at all. It felt very plain. Even though he was in Pacific Rim, the way he deliver those script and dialogue is very, very plain. Even another character, the main female character Mage, her delivery was a bit weird as well, to the point that almost every actor in this film are quite monotone, to be honest. It felt plain, other than Jude Law. Jude Law was pretty well done, to be honest. He was really, really good, to be honest. And then, okay, this is another one problem I have. When I entered this film, I was expecting action, a lot of good and decent action. But the problem I have with this is that the editing, it was way too choppy only during the action sequences. But still, all comes down to the director, Guy Ritchie. To be honest, Guy Ritchie's style and some of his comedic moments did not really work in this film, in my honest opinion, because King Arthur, I entered this film expecting King Arthur to have a very, very serious tone. I'm not saying that to not having some comedic moments, but of Guy Ritchie's comedic style, it doesn't really work in this film, but it works really, really well in Man from U.N.C.L.E. and Sherlock Holmes, instead in King Arthur Legend of the Sword. So that's why I felt like his style and some of the comedic moments doesn't really suit in this film, to be honest. But still, this film, I cannot really enjoy this film other than criticizing it, because I entered this film wanting to like or meh this film, but turns out that I did not really enjoy this film at all because of how Guy Ritchie directed this film. But because of how bad, I can say how bad this film looks, it makes his previous film Man from U.N.C.L.E. look really, really good, because the element in King Arthur doesn't really work at all, which works very, very well in Man from U.N.C.L.E. So to be honest, there's so many elements in this film didn't really do well, other than it has a good story, it was colorful, and I don't even really mind that it has some vibe from Lord of the Rings. But other than that, a lot of stuff really did not go well, to be honest. But still, I did enjoy a very, very good story. So I'm gonna give King Arthur 3.5 out of 10. I'm sorry guys, I really will try to enjoy this film, because I'm a big fan of, I can say I'm a big fan of King Arthur, because I've been following King Arthur stuff, and then there's so many things that is not within this film. There's no Lancelot, there's not even Merlin within this film, so that's why I got a bit sad, to be honest. But to be honest, it does have a good story, but a lot of things that make this film doesn't really look good. To be honest, I'm not really a big fan of Guy Ritchie, to be honest, because the way he directed his film is a bit off. I'm not really a big fan of his since Sherlock Holmes 2. I was a fan of him in Sherlock Holmes 1 and not 2. So this is my review for King Arthur Legend of the Sword. Or give me a thumbs up if you like this movie review, or give me a thumbs up if you don't like it. Subscribe to my channel to see more, and I'll see you all next time.